Hello, my beautiful people. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depends where you are in the world. I hope you're doing well, you're keeping well, you are safe and healthy and happy. Happiness is life. Today I just want to talk about something that I have noticed and is not really restricted to one society. But yes, since I'm in Pakistan, so something happened and I thought like I should talk about it. All the men and women, we all have both sides, yin and yang in us. So every man has a little woman in the man, and the women, they have a little man. And a balance is really good, obviously, because obviously the women's feminine side should be enhanced and more, highlighted, and the men's masculine side should be enhanced and highlighted in their personality. But depends on the situation. So let's say if a woman is in a situation where she has to bring her masculine side out. Nobody's saying that, she should grow a mustache and all that. No. It means like, she has to do the things that most of the time the men do. Such as, let's say, outdoor jobs, or some women don't like driving, men do. In the West, we all drive, but in the Eastern countries, mostly women are driving, men are driving. But I still can't say that even now, because now women, men, everybody's driving. It's not just about driving, it's like we have allocated the jobs to this is man's job, that's a woman's job. But I'll say to women, especially, like if I talk about the man who's, God forbid, lost their wife or partner, and they've got children, they have to play a father and a mother. Most of the men fail to do that, and I can say this. Yes, I've seen so many men failing it. They can't do it. They can't cope, they can't put up with this stress, because it's not easy to bring the children up and send them to school and, looking after their, well-being and everything. And also, of course, go out and earn the bread and butter. And most of the men actually cannot continue for so long. They have to start looking for a partner or find a way to get some help. With that. When it comes to women, well, they are quite self-sufficient, and they can, if they are in this kind of situation where they is their partner, husband, or the children's father, they actually are quite strong, because women are stronger inside. Men are strong here, but women are strong here and here. So women can cope with that kind of situation. But unfortunately, because of this society's tax, in the society, some societies there are tax like men's job, women's job, they're hesitant of doing certain things. Or they are restricted because they can't do those things because what the people will say, what the world will say. As I often say in my videos, that most of the people are not living for themselves, they're living for the world. For their family, neighbors, everybody, but not for them. Funny, isn't it? So, actually it's sad, not funny. When it comes to those women, I will say, look, you have to set an example. And even if you feel like you have your feminine side, more like highlighted, but still, it's nothing to do with feminine or masculine, but be brave. You can do everything. Seriously, trust me, you can do anything that you want to do. Just put your mind in it and you will do it. No job is too little or too big, and no job is too difficult or too easy. Work is work. Whatever is needed doing, do it. Don't be scared, and especially when you're bringing the children up, then show them that you can face life. You can live a life. Because if your children see that you can't do certain things, or you keep saying that, oh, I can't do it, I wish your father was alive, or I wish I had a man in my life, or you're weakening them. I've seen the example of my auntie. She lost her husband when she was very young. She had 5 children. And my grandmother was quite well off, like she had enough money to support her, to support my auntie. And my auntie started living with my maternal grandmother and along with her children and everybody. But she was always crying. And it was really sad to see all that. I used to watch them doing what they're... So if there's anything happens, she will go in this self-pity and she will start crying. And all the children would come around her and start crying, especially girls. It actually affects your children's personality. They can never feel that life is beautiful and, different faces come. You're making them literally, I know every mother loves, every father loves their children. So I'm not saying you're doing it on purpose, but please pay attention to this, because you're literally pushing them in that self-pity, in that weak era of their life, in that, so they feel like they will get inferiority complex. They will start feeling like they've lost their father, so they're the victims of life, and they will go into self-pity. You don't want that. You want to leave them confident. You want them to be able to face the world, to live with their chin up. That's life. Living like slaves, whether you are slaves to society, whether you're slaves to your circumstances, whether you're slaves to money, whether you're slave to your mind, you're slave to people's thoughts or your own thoughts. Slavery is a curse, guys. Free yourself. And when you bring your children up, always make sure you show them your best side. Always make sure that even there are certain things you feel you can't do, but don't say this in front of your children. Don't say that to them that, oh, I'm only a woman, I can't do this. Or I'm only a man, I can't do that. Mostly men don't do that, but some men do that, like, oh, I can't cook. I'm a man. Why can't you cook? You've got 2 hands. Of course you can. And there are so many big chefs in the world who are men. So it's fine. Oh no, I can't go out and I can't drive. Okay, because I'm a woman. I'm scared. I can't drive because I'm a woman. Well, there's so many women driving. They're even flying aircrafts now. It's just put your mind in that and do it. Because you're not just damaging yourself as a person. You're getting buried under your self-victimization and that self-pity, But you also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever children you've got. Nobody has 8 and 10 children now, I think, but yeah. However, whatever number of children you've got. So you're also damaging them. Their personalities. They think like, oh, if I'm a man, I can't do certain things, and if I'm a woman, I can't do certain things. If one partner dies, the other one becomes paralyzed. That's not good. Guys, keep the beauty around you. Let life flourish around you. And tell your children, no matter what, life is beautiful. Tell them, no matter what, we can do everything and anything we need to do. Whatever we need to do, we'll do it. And whatever we want to do, we'll do it. Give them that courage So if you're their mother or if you're their father, you're setting an example. You're their role model. You know, they're getting inspired by you, and then obviously the world and so many other things. But you have to tell your children, put them out in the cold and hot and cold. Don't put them in cotton wool. No. Don't overprotect them. I did. I overprotected my children until they were like 17, 18. I did. Deliberately, because I was a single parent and I didn't want my children to obviously get exposed to any danger or anything. So I was overly protective. To be honest with you, in those days I felt like I literally became somebody who I never was. And I'm not proud of that at all. So yes, being a mother. But yes, I still did not tell them that I'm a woman, I can't do this and I can't do that. Whatever was needed, I did it. And they know that. They've never seen me in this kind of self-pity. I never cried in front of them. I'm a human, yes, I also cried sometimes. If I felt like. Not because, I've lost my partner. That is one type of thing. But, we all cry. We all feel like sometimes, we all feel like, yes, we need to let it out. But I never cried in front of my children. Because I didn't want to, ruin another two human beings. So same goes like, and so after 18, I put them out in hot and cold. I did. I'm sure they must be thinking like, what happened to the mother? Suddenly she's become so cruel or she doesn't care about us. It's not that. It's just because I know one day I had to die. I know there was a time because they were delicate, they were obviously, their immune system needed strengthening and they needed to learn about the world and everything. But I knew once I've done that grounding, once I've put the foundation there, then it's time to display what I've done. And thank God, touch wood, they are doing much better than I ever thought. But you have to back off. First, be as protective as is needed, especially if you're a single parent. I'm sure you start feeling more insecure about your children, more worried about them. It's really, it just comes naturally to you. No matter what kind of bold face you put on you, but at the end of the day, you still have some concerns. So that's quite natural, I think. But try to mellow it down. Try to not to let it take over your and your children's life as much as possible. So this incident, something happened, like a lady, she's got a driver, she picked me up, we went somewhere. The driver even didn't have the view mirror facing him. I mean, he was not even looking in the view mirror, and the view mirror was literally facing the other side, and I said, why don't you correct the first set your mirrors? And he's like, no, it's fine, I always follow my side mirror, which is quite dangerous actually. And she had to put up with that driver. I said, well, okay, it's fine, I'll drive. She said, no, he'll get upset, then he will run away. And then I said, why don't you drive? She's like, no, I'm scared, I can't go on the road. She's also lost her husband. She's got 2 children. So she's putting up with this driver and his tantrums and his attitude just because she thinks she can't get the car out on the road. Why? Why she can't do that? I don't understand. Worst comes to worst, she will die. So die once. I'm not saying she should die. I'm saying anybody. Guys, there's one time for death. Don't die every day. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Because when you're fearful, that fear is the killer. Death kills you once. Fear kills you every minute. So please, make sure you should be ready to face any situation that is there. Don't be scared. We all cry, we all feel vulnerable sometimes, we all feel insecure sometimes, we all feel like, can I do it, can I not do it, But always remember, you can do it. Always remember, you're very strong. Always remember, you're human, so you're feeling that way. But you're a superhuman because you can get over it. Right? So, especially if you're a single parent, always remember, you have to set an example. You have to be the role model for your children's life, for your children. So don't show your too many weaknesses. Being a human is not like being natural. I'm not saying become a Superman, no, or Superwoman, no. All I'm saying is, it's not also not good for you that you have this kind of, I've got a dog phobia, I don't like it. I try to, so yes, that's something that I need to get over. I've got a dog phobia, and it was never there before. I love dogs, I love animals. But something happened, I'll tell you the story some other time because the video is 15 minutes something. Anyway, so yes, we had a bull terrier in my father's house before I had my children, before I got married. I actually was too much into big dogs and horses and all. I used to ride horses. I used to bring so many dogs up, and those dogs, they used to literally, big dogs literally, they used to even put their paws up here, and you know, they were just so close to me. But then one day, my bull terrier, his name was Max, God bless his soul, he's no more in this world. So Max actually attacked two little girls. And there was a very sad incident that happened in my father's house. And we made a mistake because we were running after the dog instead of picking up the girls. Nobody thought about that. And there were big injuries. In those days, there used to be 14 injections, so the girls had to go through all that. But that actually made me wary of other people's dogs. My own dogs, I still don't, obviously. If I have a dog in my house, I love them. And I also love the other dogs outside. If I feel they're hungry, I'll feed them from a distance. But other people's dogs, because they also have their days, you know. So if I see a loose dog on the road, and you'll see so many of them if you come to Pakistan, I'm scared. Even in England or America or wherever, if I go to a park and if I see, I remember I was in Canada there again, so wherever I travel and if I go to a park or if somebody's got a dog, loose dog, you know, dog on loose and they're walking in the park or wherever, I will actually feel a little nervous. I will try to change my way because I don't feel comfortable with the loose dogs if I don't know the dog. So yes, that is something that I need to work on. And my father always used to say that they can sense, and we all know they can sense, of course, even the snakes. You know, if you're fearful, they feel threatened, so then they attack you. Whether it's a dog or that's psyche, I know, that's psychology, I understand. But I still need to put my psychology right and tell myself, no, it's fine. Take a deep breath and, you know, don't be fearful. Like I said, fear is not good. So this is something that I don't like doing. Being careful is one thing, I'll still be careful, but I think I will try to get out and about more. Obviously being careful, but without thinking that the dogs are there. Because it's not good. Anyway, if you have any phobias in your life, try to get over it. Some people have the height phobia, some people have other phobias. So don't let them take over you. Live a free life, live a happy life, keep smiling because life